Hey Leo, Mariah here. It's such a pleasure to be doing your reading for you. So this is for all of my Leo feminine people out there. So my Leos who resonate more with the feminine energy within themselves, right? So if you are masculine watching, this ain't for you. You can cross watch, I guess, but I'm speaking directly and solely to my Leo feminine energy. So let's get into it. What does Spirit need you to know? I'm hearing oh God, it's an old song by Destiny's Child called Confessions. I think it was on their Writings on the Wall album. What is it that you got to say? What's on your heart? What's on your heart and what's on your mind, Leo? There's something that's weighing on you. I don't know what. Maybe we'll find out, right? So we got wow. The end of a tough cycle approaches and a personal issue reaches resolution. If I can show you correctly. There we go. You know what I think is so interesting about this? Both of these are full moon cards, but full moon in Cancer, full moon in Capricorn. Not to go into astrology, but Cancer is the sister sign of Capricorn, right? So they're opposites. Okay. I'm hearing directly. If you don't pay on the front end, you're going to pay on the back end. And that's getting ready to happen for you, Leo. This last will be your first. This last will be your first. Whew. This is powerful. And the reason why I'm saying this is powerful, and we got the energy is gaining momentum on the bottom of the deck. The reason why I'm saying this is powerful, Leo, is because what is getting ready to happen for you, especially if at times you may have felt you were overlooked, underappreciated, not valued, not seen, not cared for, not admired, and not for just no good reason, right? But for actual reason. If you felt like your efforts were futile, if you felt like you've given all you had to give and then some and then still felt like you were on the short end of the stick, your last will be your first. Meaning, no longer are you going to have to be that gap in life circumstances or for people or for situations. And guess what? Though you may have been that gap for people and life circumstances and situations, Spirit's getting ready to be that gap for you. So it's like your season, especially with us still being in your birthday season, so happy birthday. I forgot to tell the masculines that. Oops, don't tell them. But happy birthday. But especially in this season, Leo, accept struggles as lessons. Yeah. It really is. It truly is what you've been through and had to endure. Not only were they lessons, but no longer of you feeling like you not getting the credit or the acknowledgement or the validation or even being valued in the same sense that you valued others or how you've placed your value in certain circumstances, situations, whether this is love, life, people, family, friends, career, whatever that may have been. It's like that season of you feeling like you may have been on the back burner, on the back end, or on the backside is no longer. Now you're being pushed to the front of the row. Now you're being pushed to be in the limelight. Now you're being pushed to be validated, to be acknowledged, to be appreciated. It's like Spirit's moving situations and circumstances, even if it may not feel like it right now. Spirit's moving circumstances and situations so that way you can be honored for all that you've done and all that you have given to others and all that you have given of yourself to show people how big your heart is and how much you care and how much you love. And if they don't understand it, guess what? That's on them. But guess what is going to happen? The more you get your chance to shine, the more you're pushed into the front row, the more Spirit pushes you in the limelight, the more people are going to wonder, well, why is Leo now getting these advantages? Why is Leo now having these opportunities? Why is Leo now getting that ideal love? Or now Leo's making that kind of money, or Leo has this business that's really blooming and growing, or Leo's able to move and go towards these opportunities and I'm still stuck where I'm at, or I'm not seeing anything happening to me. Why is this happening to Leo? Why is it, you're going to confuse and frustrate others based upon how well you're getting ready to be blessed. And that's what this feels like. But little do they know, in your season of dealing with struggles, of dealing with hardships, of feeling the weight of these emotions and these processes that you had to deal with on the internal level by yourself, or other people not understanding or really acknowledging the depth of what you had to endure, because these people were not there dealing and feeling what you felt, they can't understand your blessings when you shine because they weren't there. That's what this feels like. So as I say, this last will be your first. And guess what? Like I mentioned earlier, if you don't pay on the front end, you'll pay on the back end. You paid on the back end through your tears, through your anguish, through your frustration, through your despair, through feeling lost, through feeling alone, through feeling unheard, through not getting the same reciprocal energy that you may have given to other people, circumstances, your job, your career, family, your friends, whatever area of life this resonates to you. You paid on the back end with your tears. And guess what? With spirit, that didn't go unnoticed. That didn't go, your tears, your prayers, your manifestations, they all did not fall on deaf ears. But through those struggles, it made you more strong. But it also built up your endurance to be able to overcome a lot of things. And I hope you give yourself credit for the strength that you have within yourself and the strength that you've shown to persevere through a lot of this stuff that most people, you put them in the same circumstances, they wouldn't have been able to come out on the other side like you have. And this is really why you are going to be the recipient of a lot of these blessings. So this last will be the first, meaning the first start of a new season for you, where you finally get to feel validated, when you finally get to say, you know what, this is why I cried all those nights. This is why I felt so lost, and why I felt so hurt and frustrated and feeling anxiety and dealing with depression or dealing with all of these troublesome circumstances. It finally paid off. It wasn't in vain, and it wasn't for no good reason. I finally get what I've been asking for. I finally get what I've been praying for. This is beautiful. That one just flew. I'll get that in a second. But tell me more from my Leos, my Leo feminines. The world. Woo. Tell me more from my Leos. The High Priestess in the reverse. Leo masculines got the High Priestess in the reverse too. The Moon in the reverse, okay. I'm hearing what's done in the dark comes to the light. And back to that Confessions. You know what this feels like? I don't even need another card. 10 of 5. I don't even know if I want to get this one that fell on the floor. Let me just grab it though. I'm not going to do that. Let me grab it. 1 second. Okay, so what fell was the 3 of Pentacles. The bottom of the deck is the 10 of Wands. That's why I'm hearing Confessions, the Moon in the reverse. I'm hearing bare your soul at my feet. Meaning you've given, whether it's emotionally, psychologically, mentally, whether it is through your own sense of faith that may have wavered at times, or maybe it's through your own strength that you may have not felt like you can continue to move forward. You bared it all on the line. You've bared it, whether it's in private, you crying, you may have gone, and mind you, even if you aren't in this exact energy, this is something that you may have went through where you've dealt with this, but you've laid it all out on the line, and you laid it all on the line where you have nothing else to give emotionally. You've felt the struggles and you don't want to feel it anymore. And this is why, because through laying it all out on the line, through being on the back end, Spirit is pushing you to the front end. The World on the bottom, 10 of Wands. You've carried enough. You've carried enough. You've carried enough. And you know this. And you know this. You've carried absolutely enough. And even with that High Priestess in the reverse, this is like having that inner knowing of things will, whatever your intuition is telling you, right? So maybe things will get better, things will improve. I will get that love that I deserve. I will get that financial break that I want, that breakthrough. I will have that career or my business take off, or I will have an abundance of clients and orders, you know, if you're a business owner, or, you know, I will get that opportunity, or I will have that life and that family that I desire and that I want. Whatever this is for you, intuitively you always knew, but when the high priest is in the reverse, this tells me that your inner knowing may have wavered. You may have felt like, I know this, but I'm not seeing it. I know this, but I'm not seeing anything bloom from this. But the Three of Pentacles, nonetheless, you still put daily investments into whatever this is. And that's why it pays off. And that's why you go from the back end to the front end. And the people that is going to say things about you, whether it's to your face or behind your back, about what you're now getting ready to go into as far as achieving or being able to have, they're going to look at you as, like I mentioned earlier, why is that happening to Leo? Guess what? While they may have been out shining or doing their thing or condemning you or judging you or looking at you or in whatever type of not limelight, but whatever type of light that they may have been viewing you from and through their own personal lens, guess what? Those people get moved to the back end. You get moved to the front. You get what you desire. You get what you want. And it's all because of the struggles you've been through in whatever area of life. All those nights, all those days, whether it was frequently or it may have not been as frequent with going through the motions, the fact that you went through the motions and you bared it all in tears and prayers and manifestations and asking the universe, when is it my time? When is this going to happen? Is it going to happen? Can you tell me? Can you give me a sign? Throw a pigeon, something. You finally get pushed to the front end. So this last season of this is the first of a new season for you, Leo. I love you. You be safe, you be blessed, and you take care. Bye.